Welcome back to another episode of 353. And today we're going to be talking about the one thing that will carry you through your worst day. The truth is, there's only one way to truly lose. And it's not failing, it's not falling, it's quitting. And that is one thing you must never do. I've had days when it felt like the fight would never end. Pain, setback, moments where I honestly couldn't see a way forward. I'm sure you've had those days too. Days when the alarm goes off and you wish it didn't. Days when the mountain in front of you looks so impossibly steep that you wonder why you even started this climb. But here's what I learned. The fight does end if you refuse to quit. The moment when you stop, the moment you say it's over, that is when you've lost, not before. Not when you're exhausted, not when you've been knocked down 10 times. You can be flat on your back and still in the fight, as long as you haven't said, I'm done. That is the critical difference. You can be defeated at any moment, but you're only a failure if you choose to give up. The floor is not your final destination. It's just a momentary pause. Every storm ends. Every battle has a final round. You might not know when it is coming, but trust me, if you never quit, your day will come. And when it does, you will look back and realize you were winning the whole time, just by not giving up. The small act of showing up day after day in the face of impossible odds, that's not a loss. That is a victory in progress. Think about your worst day. That project you poured everything into that failed. The relationship you fought for that ended. The health struggle that feels endless. On those days, the voices in your head get loud. That is the moment of truth. That's the moment when you find out if you have the strength or not for one more step, one more phone call, one more workout, one more page written, one more hour of work. Your one more thing, your one more step might not save the day, but it will save your resolve. It's the difference between becoming a victim of circumstance and becoming the architect of your comeback. The power isn't in the outcome, it's in the action. It's the refusal to be defined by a single moment of defeat. We have been taught to fear failure. We see it as this mark of shame. But what if failure isn't the opposite of success, but a necessary part of the process? What if it's a detour on the road to where you are going? Failure is temporary. Failure is a lesson. It's an indicator that you are pushing the boundaries, and it's a sign that you're in the arena. Think of a boxer. They don't just train to win. They train for the moment they get hit. They know that eventually they're going to get knocked down. The victory isn't in avoiding the punch. The victory is in getting back up afterwards. The greatest champions aren't the ones who never fall. They're the ones who get up one more time than the opponent expects. The truth is, the world doesn't care about your setbacks. It only cares about your resolve. Your biggest obstacle is not the thing that knocked you down. It's the voice in your head telling you to stay there. You have a choice every single day. You can choose to be a quitter, or you can choose to be a fighter. And being a fighter doesn't mean you're winning every round. It just means you're not out of the game yet. The one thing that will carry you through your worst day is a simple, non-negotiable vow. I will not quit. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. And that promise isn't to anyone else. It's to yourself. It's the one thing that you can control when everything else feels out of control. It's the single most powerful act of self-respect. So let me leave you with this. No matter what you're facing, remember this. You decide when it's over. The bank account can say it's over. The diagnosis can say it's over. The rejection letter can say it's over. But as long as you haven't said it, it's not over.